Capricorn. September 19th is not just another date on the calendar. It's the day destiny comes knocking at your door. 6 powerful good news are aligning for you, but listen carefully. They won't all appear as blessings. Some will come disguised as challenges, choices, and even traps. This is not coincidence. It's a divine test. The universe has carved out this single moment where your life can accelerate into a decade of miracles, or slip into years of delay until 2033. And the difference between the two will come down to whether you recognize the signs or ignore them. Imagine doors that have been locked for years suddenly swinging open, but behind them, shadows waiting to see if you're truly ready. Imagine opportunities appearing out of nowhere, but only staying if you act with courage instead of fear. September 19th is your portal. If you step through it, everything changes: finances, love, career, even the way the universe protects you. Miss it, and the chance vanishes. Stay with me until the end, Capricorn, because what I'm about to reveal will shake your spirit and prepare you for the 6 miracles waiting for you. Capricorn, the very first good news that September 19th brings for you is financial. Now, I know you've been patient, working harder than most people can even imagine. You've carried responsibility on your shoulders, you've sacrificed sleep, and you've pushed forward even when it felt like no one noticed your effort. The universe saw all of it. And now, the reward is finally showing up. On this day, something shifts in the energy around your finances. It could be money owed to you finally coming back, a sudden opportunity to increase your income, or a new doorway that changes the way you earn. And here's the important part. It won't look obvious at first. The blessing is hidden. It may appear as a risk, a challenge, or even something that feels uncomfortable at the start. For example, imagine being offered a project at work that feels bigger than your current capacity. It looks overwhelming. It looks like too much responsibility. But in reality, this is the universe placing a golden key in your hand. If you accept, it could unlock a flow of abundance that not only supports you now, but sets you up for years to come. Capricorn, you have always had a gift for building stability where others see chaos. That gift is about to be tested. The opportunity arriving for you may not come wrapped in shining gold. It might show up as extra work, a risky investment, or a decision you feel nervous about. That's why many people miss their blessings, because they mistake them for burdens. You cannot make that mistake now. But here's the twist. If you say yes too quickly, without patience or discernment, you could end up losing the very abundance meant for you. This is where your Capricorn wisdom comes in. The universe is testing your ability to balance faith with strategy. You must slow down just enough to read the fine print, to feel the energy behind the offer, and to trust your intuition. For some Capricorns, this good news may show up as unexpected money, a bonus, a payout, or financial help from someone you didn't expect. For others, it could be a creative idea, a side business, or a chance to build wealth in a new way. What unites all of you is this: the shift will come suddenly, and you must be ready to act with clarity instead of fear. Remember, Capricorn, money is energy. When the flow begins, it doesn't just change your bank account. It changes your confidence, your sense of freedom, and your ability to support those you love. This breakthrough is more than numbers. It's proof that the universe is honoring your discipline. Now, you may feel both excitement and hesitation. That's natural. But instead of running from it, lean in. Ask yourself, is this discomfort simply the price of growth? More often than not, the answer will be yes. Capricorn, the first good news of September 19th is your financial breakthrough. It's the beginning of a new chapter where struggle starts to transform into stability. The universe is handing you a key, but it's up to you to decide how you'll use it. choose wisely, because this opportunity is more than just money. It's a sign that abundance has finally found you. And remember, the test is hidden inside the blessing. If you move too fast, you risk losing it. But if you combine courage with patience, this is the miracle that could change your financial destiny forever. Capricorn, the second good news waiting for you on September 19th is not about money, not about career, but about something even deeper: connection. Someone from your past is about to step back into your life. It could be a friend you haven't spoken to in years, a mentor who once guided you, or even a family member or former partner with whom things ended on a complicated note. This return is no accident. The universe is weaving them back into your story for a reason, to bring you healing, support, and possibly the partnership you didn't even realize you were missing. Now, Capricorn, you are known for your resilience and your ability to walk alone. You often carry burdens silently, convincing yourself you don't need anyone to help. But here's the truth: no mountain goat climbs alone. Even the strongest need allies, and the universe is reminding you of this by reintroducing someone who was once important to your journey. At first, you may feel surprise or even hesitation. Why now? Why them? The timing might feel strange, but destiny works in mysterious ways. Sometimes people disappear from our lives because we weren't ready to receive their full purpose. And then, when the moment is right, they reappear, stronger, wiser, and aligned with the energy we need now. That's exactly what's happening here. This returning ally could bring a gift, knowledge, emotional support, or even a physical opportunity. They might offer advice that shifts your perspective or help you see a door you didn't realize was open. For some Capricorns, this person could bring back a sense of trust you lost long ago. For others, they could inspire you to dream bigger and remind you of a version of yourself you left behind. But remember, every blessing carries a test. But here's the twist: this ally may carry both a blessing and a karmic lesson, and you must decide which role they play in your life. Not everyone from the past is meant to stay. Some come back to close unfinished business. Some appear to help you heal wounds you've ignored. And some return because they are meant to walk beside you in this next chapter. The key, Capricorn, is discernment. Ask yourself, do I feel uplifted when this person is near or drained? Do they remind me of my strength or of my weakness? Are they here to build with me or simply to test my boundaries one last time? Capricorn, your intuition will know. Pay close attention to how your body and spirit respond when you reconnect with this person. If you feel peace, hope, or excitement, then this ally carries blessings. If you feel heavy, anxious, or unsettled, then the karmic lesson is the real gift, because it will teach you to let go with clarity instead of regret. For some of you, this return could bring reconciliation. Old misunderstandings may dissolve, replaced with honesty and forgiveness. You may find that this person has grown just as you have. Together, you may discover new ground to build something even stronger than before. For others, the healing may come through closure. This ally may return, not to stay, but to give you the final piece of understanding you need to move forward. Sometimes, closure itself is the miracle, because it frees your energy from being tied to the past. Capricorn, this moment will test your heart. You are being given a chance to restore trust, to practice forgiveness, and to open the door to partnership, whether temporary or permanent. The universe is asking you to look at this person not through the eyes of who they were, but through the eyes of who you have become. And here's the deeper truth. Whether this ally is meant to stay or to leave again, their presence will change you. They will remind you that you are never as alone as you sometimes feel. They will reveal that love, in its many forms, friendship, guidance, loyalty, always finds its way back to you when you need it most. So, Capricorn, the second good news of September 19th is this. An ally returns. They carry the power to restore your trust, to remind you of your strength, and to either join you in your climb or release you into greater freedom. The blessing is real. The lesson is hidden. And the choice, whether to embrace, forgive, or release, is entirely yours. Whichever path you choose, remember, destiny sent them back for a reason. Don't miss the message they carry for you. Capricorn, the third good news waiting for you on September 19th touches the most delicate part of your soul, love. Not just romance, but the energy of love itself, emotional healing, compassion, connection, and intimacy. This day carries a vibration that can unlock your heart in ways you may not expect. For some of you, this shift may come through romance, a spark with someone new, a deepening bond in your current relationship, or even a second chance with someone you thought was lost to you. For others, it may not be romantic at all, but a powerful surge of love from family, friends, or even within yourself. Whichever form it takes, the universe is telling you, you are ready to receive love again. Capricorn, you are often seen as strong, composed, and independent. People admire your discipline, but what they don't always see is how much you crave loyalty, tenderness, and real connection. You may guard your heart carefully, fearing disappointment or betrayal. But September 19th brings a turning point, a moment where love energy flows back toward you. The walls you've built around your emotions begin to soften, allowing warmth to enter. Imagine this, a simple conversation that suddenly becomes vulnerable and heartfelt. A gesture from someone close that reveals how deeply they value you. A message or encounter that awakens feelings you thought had gone quiet. These moments are not random. They are divine signs that love is returning to its rightful place in your life. But here's what makes this miracle even more powerful. The love showing up for you now is different from before. It is more mature, more stable, more aligned with the person you've become. It's not the love that drains or confuses you. It's the love that uplifts, that mirrors your strength, and that reminds you of your worth. Still, every blessing carries a challenge. But here's the twist. Love will test your patience before it blesses your heart. Capricorn, this shift may not move as quickly as you want. Someone's feelings may take time to unfold. A relationship may need careful nurturing before it can bloom fully. You may even feel moments of doubt, wondering if the universe is playing with your emotions. That's when you must remember, divine timing is not human timing. Love is arriving, but it asks you to wait with trust instead of rushing with fear. For some Capricorns, the test could be learning to receive love without suspicion. You may be so used to standing on your own that when someone offers you affection, you question their motives. The universe is reminding you, not everyone is here to hurt you. Some are here to love you the way you've always deserved. For others, the test could be letting go of old heartbreak to make space for something new. Love cannot pour into a heart that's still chained to the past. If you're holding on to memories, regrets, or unhealed pain, September 19th will bring an opportunity to finally release them so you can step into the love that's waiting. Capricorn, this good news is not just about romance. It's about opening yourself to love in all its forms. It's about remembering that strength doesn't mean isolation, and that vulnerability is not weakness, but courage. The hidden gift of love is that it transforms you from the inside out, giving you hope, energy, and joy that ripple into every area of your life. So, pay attention on this day. Listen to the quiet nudges in your heart. Notice the people who show up with kindness, the unexpected conversations, the warmth in your relationships. Each of these is a thread in the tapestry of love the universe is weaving for you. The third good news of September 19th is this: love is returning. It may come softly, it may test your patience, but when it arrives fully, it will bless your heart beyond measure. All you need to do is let it in. Capricorn, the fourth good news of September 19th shines on the area where you often pour most of your energy: your career, your ambitions, your purpose. If there's one thing people know about you, it's that you are not afraid of hard work. You climb steadily, patiently, and with focus. But sometimes, no matter how disciplined you are, doors remain locked. Opportunities feel delayed. Recognition doesn't arrive when it should. This is where the shift comes in. On September 19th, a doorway that has been blocked for months, maybe even years, suddenly swings open. For some Capricorns, this could look like a long-awaited promotion, a project you've been dreaming of finally taking shape, or public recognition for the work you've been silently doing. For others, it may be a brand new opportunity, an offer, an invitation, or a chance to step into a role that aligns with your true potential. This moment is significant because it won't just bring progress, it will bring visibility. People who once overlooked you will finally see your strength. People who doubted your ability will now witness your mastery. The universe is rewarding not only your persistence, but your patience. This is the kind of breakthrough that shifts the entire trajectory of your professional path. But Capricorn, here's where you must pay attention. Every open doorway also carries a test. But here's the twist. If you rush through the door without preparation, it could close as quickly as it opened. This opportunity is real, but it isn't casual. The universe is offering it to you because you've proven yourself capable. Yet, if you act recklessly, out of desperation, pride, or haste, you risk stumbling before you're fully ready. Imagine being handed the stage before rehearsing your lines. Imagine being given the keys to a car you don't yet know how to drive. That's why this breakthrough demands balance, enthusiasm with strategy, courage with planning. For some of you, the test may come in the form of responsibility. This new doorway may demand more leadership, more commitment, or more visibility than you're used to. You may have to step out of your comfort zone, speak louder than you're comfortable with, or carry a bigger role. And while that may feel intimidating, it's also the exact challenge you've been preparing for all along. For others, the test may be about timing. You may feel the urge to jump immediately, to say yes before you even think. But Capricorn, you are being asked to pause, not to delay indefinitely, but to step through with strategy. Gather your tools, review your resources. Enter the doorway not as a rushed traveler, but as a master who knows exactly why they're stepping forward. The beauty of this good news is that it doesn't just bring recognition or promotion, it brings alignment. This is not just any doorway, it's one that leads closer to your soul's purpose. The work you step into now will not only provide stability, but also fulfillment. It will feel like the path you've been waiting for is finally clearing. Capricorn, you've worked long hours, carried heavy loads, and endured seasons of delay. September 19th is your turning point. A door that once refused to budge will finally open, and behind it lies the career growth, respect, and success you've been waiting for. But remember, how you walk through that door will determine whether it stays open. Enter with preparation, with clarity, and with the wisdom you've earned through years of effort. Do that, and this opportunity will not only stay open, but expand into something even greater. This is your career miracle, Capricorn. The key has been given. The door is unlocked. The only question left is, will you step through it wisely? Capricorn, by the time you reach this fifth gift on September 19th, something quiet and powerful will be moving around you. Protection. Not loud fireworks or dramatic signs, but a subtle, unmistakable shielding that feels like the universe itself is tucking a blanket around your shoulders. Angels, ancestors, guides, whatever name you give to the helpers beyond the veil, are stepping in to guard your steps, to clear small obstacles before they become disasters, and to whisper guidance when you're tempted to make a risky choice. This protection won't always announce itself with clarity. Often, it arrives in whispers, a dream that wakes you at 3:33 a.m. with a single message, a stranger who gives a piece of advice that changes your trajectory, a number pattern that follows you from receipts to license plates. Little synchronicities will begin to form a trail, like breadcrumbs placed by something wiser than you, guiding you away from harm and toward blessing. Capricorn, you are practical by nature, and you may be tempted to dismiss these signs as coincidence. Don't. The reality is simple. The universe respects preparation and reward cycles. Because you have worked and waited, divine support is being assigned to keep your momentum safe. Where there was once fear, there will now be an invisible hand that redirects you, a nudge that prevents a misstep, a timing shift that lets you miss traffic, a last-minute delay that keeps you from an ill-fated meeting. You'll notice 3 common ways this protection shows up for you: dreams and inner downloads. You might wake from a dream with a clear image, a door, a map, a face, or with a sentence repeating in your mind. Write it down. These fragments are not random. They often contain the warning or the map you'll need in the coming days. Treat your nighttime messages like little emergency beacons, synchronicities, and meaningful coincidences. Maybe you'll hear the exact phrase you were thinking about on a podcast, or you'll run into someone who has the exact skill you suddenly need. Pay attention to repeating patterns. They're not just pretty, they're practical. Repeating numbers and symbols. If 111, 333, 777, or other number patterns begin to appear, or if a bird, an animal, or even a song shows up at meaningful moments, note it. These are markers that the spiritual field is actively communicating with you. But here's the twist. Protection only works if you listen to the warnings that come with it. This is the crucial test hidden inside the gift. Protection does not mean permission to act recklessly. It doesn't mean the universe will remove all consequences so you can ignore wisdom. Rather, it means you'll be given additional signs and gentle course corrections, but only if you're paying attention. If you blow past the nudges because you're hurried, skeptical, or distracted, the protection can't complete its work. Think of it as a guardian that will tug your sleeve. If you shrug off the tug, the guardian can't keep you from stumbling. So how do you receive this protection fully? Here are practical steps to tune in. Slow down for 5 minutes each morning. Sit somewhere quiet, close your eyes, and ask a clear question. What should I watch for today? Then listen, not for words, but for impressions, images, or a sudden sense of no or go. Keep a small notebook beside your bed for dreams and downloads. Strengthen simple rituals. Light a candle, say a short prayer, or repeat a grounding mantra before big decisions. These tiny acts signal to the spiritual realm that you're ready to cooperate. Honor red flags. If something makes you feel physically uneasy, a tightness in your chest, a sudden fatigue, a thought that won't leave, don't rationalize it away. These bodily signals are often the body's way of picking up on spiritual warnings. Pause, reassess, ask for clarification. Keep clear boundaries. Protection supports those who protect themselves. Say no to offers that feel off, even if they glitter. Protect your energy by limiting people and projects that drain you. Your boundaries are the frame in which the miracle can safely unfold. Record synchronicities. When a pattern emerges, write it down with the date and context. Weeks from now, you'll be amazed how the dots connect into a map you were meant to follow. Capricorn, you've earned this shield because you've weathered storms with strength and integrity. But the final part of the test is humility, to accept that you are being guided and to act on the guidance. This protection is not a passive comfort, it's an active partnership. The universe will hand you signs. Your job is to read them and move with them. By September 19th, you will feel this field around you. Doors will be prevented from slamming. Messages will arrive in the nick of time. And if you listen, you'll find that many potential problems simply evaporate. Not because life becomes effortless, but because you're no longer walking alone through danger. So, when a dream wakes you, when a number repeats, when a chance encounter stops your breath, stop and pay attention. Respond with care. Move with the wisdom you've built through the years. That is how you allow the spiritual protection to do its highest work, not by making you careless, but by giving you the power to be brave and wise at once. This is your fifth miracle, Capricorn, a quiet, fierce protection that turns small cues into life-saving choices. Keep your heart open, your mind alert, and your hands steady. The universe is guarding you now. Will you listen? Virgo, the sixth and final good news awaiting you on September 18th is nothing short of breathtaking. It is the miracle of acceleration. For so long, you may have felt like your life was on pause, waiting. Opportunities passed by, dreams took longer than expected, and even the simplest desires seemed buried under delays. But now, the divine clock is speeding up. This is the universe saying, enough waiting, it's time. Imagine doors that once seemed locked suddenly opening with ease. Projects that dragged on for months finally gain momentum. People who once ignored you now return your calls, answer your messages, and recognize your worth. Even relationships that felt stuck in limbo begin moving forward. Acceleration means destiny aligning quickly. What was supposed to take a year might now take weeks. What you thought would take months could unfold in days. This is the cosmic push you've prayed for, the green light after a lifetime of red signals. But here's what makes this miracle even more profound. Acceleration doesn't just speed up events, it speeds up alignment. If you've been growing spiritually, working hard in silence, and refusing to give up, all that energy has been stored like an arrow being pulled back in a bow. The further the pullback, the greater the release. And now, Virgo, the release has come. You're about to shoot forward. Signs of this acceleration may already be around you. Sudden invitations or opportunities that feel too good to be true. A flood of synchronicities, repeated numbers, songs with lyrics that mirror your thoughts, or people mentioning something you were just praying about. Old obstacles dissolving in ways that don't even make logical sense. This is no coincidence. This is divine acceleration. But here's the twist. Acceleration can feel like chaos if you resist the flow. Imagine a river after a dam has been lifted. The water surges forward with unstoppable force. If you cling to the rocks of your old fears, you'll only exhaust yourself and feel overwhelmed. But if you let go and flow with the current, you'll reach places you never imagined, and you'll get there faster than you thought possible. That's the challenge, Virgo. Will you trust the flow? Or will you resist because it feels unfamiliar, even a little frightening? This week, you must learn to ride the wave of acceleration instead of fighting it. Some of you may notice your routines being disrupted. Appointments shift, plans change, people cancel, only for something better to appear in the empty space. At first, it may feel chaotic, but soon you'll see. every change is perfectly designed to push you toward your destiny. Acceleration also requires preparation. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you must be ready to handle the blessings that arrive quickly. Think of it like rain after a long drought. Your vessel is too small. You won't be able to hold all the water. The universe is urging you to expand your capacity because blessings are coming faster than you expect. So Virgo, the sixth good news is this. Delays are dissolving, blockages are breaking, and your destiny is picking up speed. What you've been praying for is no longer crawling toward you. It is sprinting. The key is to stay calm, stay grounded, and trust the current. Because when acceleration meets faith, miracles manifest in the blink of an eye, and September 18th is the moment your acceleration begins. Capricorn, we've walked together through the 6 miracles awaiting you. Let's breathe and recap. Because these blessings are not random, they are written in your destiny. The first good news was about the emotional breakthrough. The heaviness you've carried will finally lift, leaving space for peace. The second good news was about financial restoration, unexpected help, opportunities, or divine provision finding its way to you. The third good news was the hidden gift of love. Love, energy returning, deepening, or showing up in a form you never expected. The fourth good news was the career doorway, long-blocked opportunities opening, giving you recognition or new beginnings. The fifth good news was spiritual protection, your angels, guides, and ancestors making themselves known through signs, dreams, and synchronicities. And the sixth good news was acceleration, delays disappearing, manifestations quickening, destiny unfolding faster than you ever imagined. Capricorn, do you see the divine pattern? Your heart, your finances, your love, your career, your spirit, your destiny. All 6 areas are being touched by the hand of the universe. This is not small. This is not ordinary. This is your September turning point. And here's the reminder. The biggest shift begins on September 19th. That date is the cosmic pivot, the moment where the energy flips in your favor. Some of you will feel it instantly, a sign, a call, a dream, an opening. Others will notice it slowly, like a sunrise stretching across the sky. But either way, it will be undeniable. So hear me clearly. If this message found you, it was not by accident. The universe made sure you press play because these 6 blessings are tied to your soul path. Now it's your turn to claim them. Capricorn, if you feel this was meant for you, drop a in the comments to seal your miracles. Tell the universe, I receive it. And make sure you subscribe now, because your next prophecy is already written, and I'll reveal it here first. This is your season. This is your destiny. This is your miracle moment. Step into it, Capricorn. September 19th is waiting for you.